Hi guys, wake up to the course. Until the year end, I'm teaching you for free how to shift into lucid dreams and astral projection. So the subject of today is gonna be the dream signs and sleep paralysis vibrations. Quite famous subject, in fact. Why do we need to talk about this? Because I see very often many of my students and many guys on forums very often describe their experiences and they miss the right moment to shift into lucid dreams astral projection. Why do they miss the moment? Because they simply do not recognize the dream state. They don't recognize the fact that they have already shifted, and all they have to do in most cases is just stand up from the bed if they are still perceiving the bed where they are, experiencing sleep paralysis or something like that. Sometimes the person is in bed with eyes closed, telling that he or she seeing the stars and seeing the stars and seeing the stars, and I'm like, what are you waiting for? If you see the stars with your eyes closed, it's a dream sign. You have to make an action. So the person just remains in bed for just too long. It's too long to stay immobile, doing nothing, too passive, and the person doesn't recognize the correct state, doesn't take the appropriate action, and hence misses the correct moment to shift. So the purpose of this video is to avoid exactly this, is for you to recognize the correct moment to take the correct actions. So in general, I say for the dream signs, so the dream signs, if you don't understand, is how the dream reveals itself to you in a given moment, and that also can bring you to the subject of the nature of techniques. We're gonna do a separate video on that, yeah, it brings you to that subject because what are techniques? Techniques are reality checks. We're gonna make another video on reality checks and how to use them and their nature. But techniques and reality checks are very related. They have the same kind of functioning. They tell you where you are. So every technique usually will tell you yes or no. Are you dreaming or are you asleep? Have you shifted already into a lucid dream or astral projection? Are you already out of body? Are you already inside your dream body, astral body, however you want to call it? So in general, for you to make a summary of that is to assume that anything which is a little bit extraordinary is a sign of you being already shifted. What do I mean by a little bit extraordinary? Let's take, for example, all five senses one by one. Sense of touch. If somebody touches you while you sleep alone in bed, you see what I mean? That is out of place. That means you have shifted. Let's say, to continue with sense of touch, let's say you are convinced that you fall asleep like that, but you have another pair of hands with which you can, for example, touch your face, scratch your nose, or eventually even make your hand penetrate the mattress completely, you know. That is extraordinary. It's not supposed to happen with physical body. That is a sign that you have shifted. If you are floating above the bed, etc., you need to extrapolate. I cannot cover all kinds of possibilities for the sense of touch, movement. So extrapolate of what else can happen. Often I tell my students is that expect everything. Everything can happen. There are not much limitation inside the dream state, inside the shifts, so expect anything to happen. But okay, I need to bring you to a certain level of expectations, understanding, so I still give you some examples. So let's move to another sense, let's say visually. So like I was describing just now, your eyes are closed, yet you see the stars. Your eyes are closed, yet let's say you have a fan above your bed, like myself, I'm in Asia right now, so it's hot, we have fans in each room. So when I sleep, if I see the fan turning with my eyes closed, that's a dream sign. My eyes are closed, you know. You wake up and maybe you think that you have opened your eyes, but you pay close attention and you discover that the wall next to your bed is pink and your walls are gray. Or maybe you have no wall. It's a dream sign. You woke up in a dream bed. You have already shifted. All you have to do is stand up and perform maybe another extra reality check if you're not sure where you are, and go on with the experience. You have nothing to do. So you see, it's quite powerful to understand what are the dream signs. So visual, touch, sounds. For example, it happened to me. I wake up and 3 guys are sitting on my bed and having a discussion. I do not have 3 guys sleeping in my bedroom. It's a dream sign. Without opening the eyes, you know, you don't get scared. Sometimes, of course, you will freak out a little bit of all of the things that I described. So you need to keep calm and proceed with the actions instead of reacting into it in a little bit of overreacting. You know, don't overreact. Instead of overreacting or reacting, act, which is stand up, remember what you want to do, and proceed with an action instead of reacting. Oh, I'm getting scared. Somebody touches me, I get scared, you know. Smell, a little bit more subtle, but you know, if you smell bananas or roses in this closed room, a very little chance for something to enter your nose like that in the middle of the night, especially if it's a winter and you smell roses in the middle of the winter. That could be a dream sign. This is less, it has less occurrence. Usually we are more visual, touch and sound, but you know, why not pay attention to smells? And what else we are missing? Touch, touch, movement, sounds, visual, smell, and what else am I missing? Taste. Oh, taste. So taste, but again, a little bit like the smell. You know that you didn't put anything in your mouth, so if you taste bananas or sour or lemon or something, again, it's a bit like nose, is a little bit subtle and a little bit more rare, but still, you know, if you taste bananas in the middle of the night, it could be a dream sign. So all of that, you know, we can also remember the subject of hypnogorgia. So all of this is hypnagogic. Very often, many of my students make the error thinking that hypnagorgia is visual only. No, hypnagorgia takes all 5 senses. So somebody touching you, seeing, etc. All of that is part of hypnagorgia. So, and hypnagorgia for me is it's a doorway to the shift. So you are either you are already in the shift or you are 1 second from the shift. From hypnagorgia to a fully blown experience, it's just like that. Okay, and that brings us a little bit to the itchy subject of sleep paralysis and vibrations.